At 3 a.m., Marcus tore up a job offer most people would accept. 2 envelopes sat on his kitchen table. One was from the biggest company in his city, a real offer, a steady salary, benefits, the kind of security people tell you to grab and never let go. The other wasn't really an offer at all. It was a stack of rejection letters, 12 different ventures Marcus had tried to start, and none of them worked. Upstairs, his wife Sarah was asleep. On the counter, bills were piling up, and on his phone was the message he couldn't ignore. Please confirm your decision within 48 hours. 48 hours to choose. Marcus stared at the job offer and thought, this could fix everything. Less stress, more stability, no more guessing. But he stared at those rejection letters too, and he felt something else. Not just disappointment, a quiet fear that if he took the safe path only because he was scared, he would spend the rest of his life asking, what if? And that's what made the moment so heavy, because this wasn't just a career choice, it was a life choice. Now, quick English moment, because this is the Articulate Tales. Word of the day, crossroads. A crossroads is a moment when you must choose between two paths. Marcus was at a crossroads, and maybe, if we're honest, you've been there too. Marcus wasn't special. He didn't have rich parents. He didn't have powerful connections. He was just a normal man trying to build a future and getting tired of living the same year again and again. He remembered his grandfather. His grandfather was a farmer. Simple life, hard work, not flashy, but the kind of wisdom that hits you later. On his deathbed, his grandfather grabbed Marcus's hand and said, "Son, the difference between a dream and a goal is a decision, and the difference between a decision and reality is action." Marcus didn't fully understand it back then, but at 3 a.m., alone at that table, it finally made sense. Because Marcus realized something. For years, he had been collecting ideas, but avoiding the hardest part, choosing. He kept telling himself, when things are easier, I'll try again. When I feel ready, I'll start. When the timing is perfect, I'll move. But life doesn't usually give perfect timing. And before I continue, I need to say this clearly. This is not me telling you to quit your job. For many people, the brave choice is not quitting. The brave choice is starting small while you're still working. The lesson here isn't be reckless. The lesson is stop delaying the decision that keeps your life stuck. Back to Marcus. He looked at the job offer again. It felt logical, responsible. Then he looked at those rejection letters, and he realized the pain of trying and failing was heavy, but the pain of never trying again would be worse. He stood up and walked to the window. Outside, the street was empty. The streetlights cast long shadows. Everything was quiet. And in that quiet, Marcus made his choice. He picked up the job offer. His hands were shaking, and he tore it in half. Then he tore it again and dropped it into the trash. Not because he suddenly became fearless, but because he chose courage for one moment, when comfort was easier. The next morning, Sarah found him at the same table. But he wasn't panicking. He wasn't chasing a new, big idea. He was writing. He wrote down every skill he had, every lesson he learned, every mistake he made, every connection he still had. Because Marcus finally saw his past differently. Those 12 failed attempts weren't just failures, they were training. They taught him what people actually need. They taught him what doesn't work. They taught him how to start again without pretending. 6 months later, Marcus started small, really small. A simple consulting service from a spare bedroom, no fancy office, no impressive website, just one clear promise. I can help you solve a real problem. The first month, he made $300. 300. Not a miracle, not a movie ending, but it was proof that something could grow. And of course, people talked. Some laughed, some warned him, some said, just be realistic. And at night, doubt still showed up. But Marcus held on to his grandfather's words. Decision, then action. So he did the next small thing, every day. One more call, one more message, one more improvement, one more attempt. And slowly, things started to shift. A client came back, then referred a friend. Then Marcus wasn't just surviving, he was building. 2 years later, Marcus stood in a real office with a small team. Not because he was lucky, not because life became easy, but because one night at 3 a.m., he stopped waiting for the perfect feeling and chose a direction. And here's the real message of this story. Your life doesn't change when you get motivated. Your life changes when you decide, and then you take the next action. So let me ask you, simply, what crossroads are you standing at right now? Write one sentence in the comments. And if you want to practice English, use the word crossroads in your sentence. Because someone reading your comment might realize they're not alone. And maybe today can be the day you stop postponing your decision and start your next chapter, one small action at a time.